Dan Perry here with another Dan on Tech Python video. Now let's look at the string data type. Strings are groups of characters, and those groups of characters can be letters, numbers, upper or lowercase. Doesn't matter, but it is a grouping or a group of characters. And I could say, and I can use single or double quotes to enclose the string. I can do, in this case, double quote, here's a string, and it's created a string there. But if I do it that way, there's really nothing I can do with it afterwards. So normally you create a string and you assign it to a variable, let's say A, so A equals this is a string. And strings, like characters and floats, are immutable data types. You can't actually change them. But now if I look at A, there's the value of A. If I look at the type of A, it says it's a string. And if I look at the ID of A, there's my ID. I said it's immutable. It can't change. But just like with the characters, it appears to change. So if I now say A equals, and I'll use single quotes this time, it seems to have replaced the original. But now if I look at the ID of A, you'll see the IDs have changed. So this A is not the same as the other. If I go back and use or assign A now to the original value and look at the ID, it has the same ID, indicating it is the same string that the original was. So it is immutable. We can't change it. So I can't extend it. I can't add to it. I can concatenate or combine two strings into a new string, but I can't make changes to an existing string. Some other things I can do with it, I can get the length. So it's 16 characters long. I can look at a particular character. And this comes into using what's called an index value. So if I put in square brackets a numeric value, it will give me whatever the character is at that position. Now these values start at 0. So if I did A of 0, that's the first T. We always count at 0. If I said A of 10, it gives me the S. A of 16, I get an error. It says track back most recent call. What's happening is it's saying, hey, the index is out of range. My index values only went to 15. The length, remember, was 16. We start at 0, so the index values only go to 15. So that's what that trackback or traceback error is. It says, hey, there's an error in it. It's saying, hey, A16, well, that's an error in the index because there is no index of 16. I can actually go A of -1, and notice that's the G. That says, if I use a negative value, that says start at the end and move backwards. A of -15, starting at the end, gives me the H. So I can actually work back through the array, or the string rather, by using these negative indexes. And that's something you'll find a lot of programming languages will not let you do. In addition, I can look at substrings or portions. So if I did A of, let's say, 10 colon, that says start at position 10 and go to the end, and so that got string. If I do A of colon 5, that got the this and the space afterwards. If I do A of, let's say, 7 colon 10, that got the A and the spaces between it because it started at position 7 and went to position 10. Remember, we're starting though at 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is this space. If I do A of 11 colon 13, I get the TR. So I can come in here and I can get a range of values with my string function. Now, there are a lot of other things we can do with strings, but we'll look at those in later videos. Thank you for watching this Dan on Tech video. Please subscribe to this playlist so you don't miss future videos. Please check out and subscribe to our other Dan on Tech channel playlists.